So I want to show you how you can produce animated plots, because it's pretty easy to do and it's a fairly nice sort of thing for some sort of presentations. So the task here is I'm going to animate this plot, sine of x take a. I'm going to do that by gradually changing the value of a. So we'll end up with a sine plot that sort of scrolls from side to side. So begin by closing any existing figures that might be there. Allocate the x values that I'm going to plot over. Now I have a for loop, and so the for loop is going to be all the values of a that are going to take part in my animation. So notice that I can use a linspace here on the right hand side of my for loop, because linspace returns an array and for loop just steps through an array. The main work is done here, where we plot x versus sine of x subtract the current value of a. So a will be a scalar in this case, x is the full vector. Then we have this line here, draw now. And so what that means is that Matlab should stop whatever else it's doing, stop running your code and update the figure as it currently is. As the default thing is that Matlab will wait until the end of the calculation before it does any drawing. But because this calculation is really fast, we also have to delay it a bit, otherwise this whole animation would be over, before you'd even seen it happen. So we have to pause here. So pause takes basically how long time in seconds to wait. So pause n pauses executions for n seconds before continuing. So we wait 1/20th of a second. So let's run that and have a look. So this is what it looks like as the value of a is gradually changed, and we pause and then we draw a new frame and then we draw a new frame, and because the time that we pause is quite small, we get the illusion of a reasonably smooth animation. And so we could make that smoother by increasing, say, this up to 400, decreasing the time that we wait, and so then we would have more frames in our animation. So one thing that you might have noticed is actually that the x limits on the plot, there was a little bit of white space at the end. So what I'm going to do is simply set the limits that I want to be exactly the range of my data, rather than allowing Matlab to sort of round it up to the next whole number. So let's run that and have a look. So there you see smoother animation, and it completely fills the screen this time.